Hi everybody, it's Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to FlossTube number 42. It is, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. I hope everybody's doing well. It's been a long time since my last video. I say that every time I make a video and I keep telling myself that I'm going to get better about doing these more frequently, and then life happens and I don't. So I have been so preoccupied the last 3 weeks because we bought an RV and I am so excited. We've never RV'd before. We actually bought a fifth wheel, which meant we had to buy a new truck because the truck we had couldn't pull the fifth wheel that we bought. So it's been an experience in spending a lot of money, and I think that that's only the tip of the iceberg, as I'm starting to find out. But we had started looking at RVs over a year ago, and at that time, we weren't in the current situation, and my husband wasn't working at home. He was traveling a lot for work, and he was interested, and we were looking at things smaller trailers we could pull with the truck that we had, but he wasn't ready to commit. He's like, oh, I need to be closer to retirement and I'm just not ready to do this. But over the winter, I noticed all the time that he was watching videos on how to maintain your RV, what goes wrong with your RV, where people travel, where they stay, all this stuff. And he's did hundreds of hours of research. And then when he started working at home in March due to COVID, he got more and more interested in starting to consider retirement. And he's not there yet, but he's like, I think I'm ready. And then all of a sudden he just made up his mind that, okay, I'm ready to buy an RV. And so we started looking and we bought one. We got it just over a week ago, just over a week ago. And I'm just ecstatic. It's a brand new one, and it's got all the luxury items. I'm a glamper, not a camper. And one of the other things besides him starting to consider retirement is that our daughter is now settled in Seattle, and we would really like to take the fifth wheel and travel for a couple weeks or so and go see her in Seattle once we know what we're doing, because like I said, we've never done this before. So it's been a lot of fun. I've been using it as my she shed. It's only hooked up to our house electricity, and so there's not enough power. It has two air conditioners in it, and there's not enough power to run both air conditioners, but I can run one, and that cools it down pretty well, although we have been having some super hot temperatures here lately. And I've just been taking my computer out there. I have a Surface, so it's kind of like a tablet, and doing some work out there every day. So I do my orders, enter inventory and stuff until about 2:30, and then I go out to my she shed and work out there. And then in the evenings, I either come back in or do non-work related stuff out there. So the other thing is we want to take the cats with us, and especially if we travel, for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And so I've been introducing the cats to the trailer relatively slowly. We started with just, 15 minutes stuff. I try to take them out at least once a day, but it is not going real well. They howl and howl and howl and just stand by the door and want out. So I'm going to get on video. I'm going to get a picture of them. So it's really hard to do anything. I try to tune it out and just say they need to just explore. They need to know that nothing's going to happen. They're safe. And it is getting a little bit better. They'll settle down for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and then it's right back to the door and howl, 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 and just pacing and pacing. And I feel really bad, but I don't want to leave them behind just to be checked on once, maybe twice a day if we're gone for like 2 weeks. So we're going to keep trying. I don't know what they're going to do when the trailer is not in the front yard and they have to be in the truck and travel and stuff like that. But I'm going to give it my best, and we'll see, and I'll keep you updated on that. In a future video, maybe let me know if you're interested in seeing the trailer. If you're not, if you don't want a tour, let me know that too, so I don't waste time on a FlossTube on something that people aren't interested in. But I'm super excited. I'm nervous. Like I said, we've never done this before, and we went from never to huge honking truck and a huge honking trailer, and I'm a little nervous about driving it down the road. My husband did grow up on a farm, so he's used to driving large machinery, and he's not too worried about it. But oh man, I don't know. But I am excited about visiting national parks. We already ordered our national parks annual pass, which is a great deal. It's $80 for a year, and once you're 62, you pay like a one-time fee. I think it's $20 or $10, and you have a pass for the rest of your life at age 62. And so we're not very far away from that. And then we'll be able to get a lifetime parks pass. So we're just really excited, and I have been really preoccupied because the other thing is, that the RV doesn't come fully stocked with dishes and stuff. So I'm having to shop for dishes and toasters and small coffee pots and what's going to fit and what's not going to fit. And we do have a lot of storage in the trailer that we bought, but we're like, what do we take out of the house? The good thing is we've gone completely through our kitchen, decided what could be used in the RV and what could go to Goodwill. And I have like 4 empty drawers now in my kitchen, and cupboards and drawers. And I'm like, this stuff, if you haven't used it for 10 years, then maybe it's time to get rid of it. But anyway, I'm excited. So that's the main thing that's happened to me. The other thing that happened that put me out for just a couple days was I had a spot on the back of my neck that over the years had been bothering me a lot, and would get real kind of infected and sore. So I finally mentioned it to my doctor, and she looked at it and she goes, oh, you need to have that checked. And so set up an appointment with a dermatologist. And this was like last November. I couldn't get into the dermatologist for like 4 months. They say that US you don't have to wait, but you do. And unless it's life-threatening type of thing. So then I got in, and by the time I got in, it was COVID. So I got in, and he looked at it and he goes, I don't think it's cancer or anything like that. I think it's a hair follicle or a cyst that just keeps getting, worse and re-bothering you all the time, reactivating. But it needs to come out. So we set up an appointment to do this really small outpatient surgery, and then COVID happened, and that got canceled. And so it ended up finally happening last Friday or something like that. And it was really super easy. He's like, this is going to hurt. Yeah, I'm going to give a shot to numb it before I, cut it out. And this is pretty painful. And I'm laying on the table, and and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not something that I want to do every day, but it wasn't that bad. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And I wanted to say, I've had 23 injections in my right eye, so this is nothing. And it was like a 10-minute deal. But I have 3 staples in the back of my head. So I get those taken out on Friday. And then hopefully that will be the end of that. It's those little things that we tend to not get taken care of that can either end up being serious or just keep bugging us, and we just finally need to go in and get them taken care of. So that's pretty much what I've done. I did stitch right after my last video. I stitched quite a bit, but since we got the RV, I haven't been stitching at all. And I keep taking my stitches out to the trailer, and so that I can try the lighting and the seats and stuff like that and see how it's going to go. But then I never do it. So I've been stitching on Rainbow by Kitty and Me Designs. It's the colorful cats. And I got quite a bit done since my last video. I got all of this blue, this part of the rainbow here. I don't know, maybe even some of the green, and this purple. So she is really coming along. I don't have a lot left. I don't think I have the chart here. But she's I just love her. And I chose rainbow. This is part of a stitch along for a colorful stitch along. There are colorful cats, owls, eagles, and bunnies and butterflies. And in our stitch along on Facebook, you can stitch any of the charts in the series. And I chose rainbow because this is my COVID piece. The designer, Pamela Kellogg, wrote this and put on the back of it that we need to know that the rain always ends eventually, or the storm always ends eventually. So this will be my my COVID piece, and hopefully I can get back to stitching and get this done. And I'm stitching on 28 count African Daisy by Witchelt, and I'm using all the called for DMC colors. There's a lot of Krynic in it. I haven't started the Krynic, but there's a ton. She doesn't list on her charts how much Krynic you need, but I'm sure I'm going to need more than one spool. So I'm really, really, really happy with that. Then I haven't stitched on anything else, but I am kitting up, where is it? And of course, you know, this happens every time. Hang on. Sorry about that. My little table, you can't see it, but it's a complete disaster down here. So a couple videos ago, I had mentioned that I found this chart by Little House Needleworks. It's called Miss Peepers, and I love this chart. It's so cute. It kind of reminds me of me looking at my cross stitch chart, which I put on my light stand. I have a stand on my OttLite, and so I finally got that kitted up, and I want to start that. But it calls for 28 count lamb's wool, and 28 count is my preferred count. I usually stitch over 2. It doesn't say whether she was stitched over 2 or not, but I'm going to measure and see. So I got the lamb's wool out, and that's the lamb's wool by Witchelt, and I like that. I probably will use that. But then I also got out white chocolate. And I kind of like the white chocolate. I think it's, you know, I like the little bit lighter, but not true ivory and not, you know, a white. And it kind of seems to match that picture a little bit more. But it's linen, and I don't really want to stitch on linen for this small piece. I just want to do even weave Jobelin. So I think I'm going to, I don't know. And I also thought what would look really cute would be like a blue cloud pattern, but it's so small, I'm not sure that that would show up. So I'm either going to do the lamb's wool or the white chocolate. And then here I'm using all the called for colors. It uses 3 colors of Classic Colorworks, 1 of Weeks Dye Works, and 1 General Arts Threads. And you can see, oops, that's not very good. That looks, there we go. So, and then I think it uses 3 or 4 DMC colors. So, and I really wanted to, it has DMC conversion, but I really want the variegation in the tail and the leaves to come through. So I'm going to go ahead and use the called fors on that. So I had asked if anybody would, I'm not going to do a stitch along with this because my stitch alongs, I like to have the ability to stitch more than one chart. But if you want to stitch with me, I did order a few extras of these, and I ordered from Hoffman, and I think I ordered 5 or 6, and my order came and they weren't included. So I'm like, okay, they must be on back order. So then I ordered them from Witchelt. And Witchelt came back and said they'd been discontinued. And I'm like, oh no, because I had mentioned in my last video, if you want to stitch with me, I'll buy some extras. So I put it on my order again on Hoffman, and I got 5 or 6 of them. So, but I'm not sure why Witchelt thought they were discontinued, because obviously Hoffman got them in after I had placed my original order. So they are on my site, and also this will be this week's giveaway. So I will give 1 copy of Miss Peepers away. And if you would like to win it and maybe stitch along with me, just say, I'd like to stitch Miss Peepers. I'd like to stitch Miss Peepers. Must be 18 and don't use the word giveaway or anything like that. Okay. Floss update. I've been updating on the situation, at least with my shop for Floss. I had put in a large General Arts sampler threads order, and I had said on my last one I thought it would be 4 to 6 weeks, and I got it really quickly. I was very happy. Unfortunately, like 25 of the colors weren't included. So I just put in another large order. And so I have more of the colors in stock, but I'm still missing dozens. And they just have to get those colors dyed and wrapped, and hopefully that won't take too long. So I have another order with them that I'm hoping to get. It would be nice if it came next week, but we'll see. Weeks dye work, DMC has been way behind. I ordered my DMC floss from Witchelled, and I put in a huge order, dozens and dozens of colors, and that was, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, and they finally shipped it yesterday. So I should have that. Today's Wednesday. Hopefully I'll have it Friday or Saturday. And there was a number of colors still on back order, but not that, maybe 12 out of all the, I don't know how many I ordered, but it was a lot. So there are still some that aren't showing up, but lots and lots of DMC will be coming into the shop soon. Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works, I continue to order those from Hoffman. Unfortunately, I'm getting very, very few colors with each order. This last order I ordered this week, and they shipped out. I hopefully will have that order Friday, 2 days from now. And on that one, I would say I only got 25% of the colors that I ordered. So there's definitely still a problem with, I don't know if they're not getting their base threads, or they're still on partial shutdown, as far as maybe they aren't fully staffed, things like that. Also, my Witchelled orders have been really slow, and which is very unusual for them. Usually they ship out within 2 days, and it's taken more like 10 days for me to get my wholesale orders even shipped. And they said that they're low on staff and stuff, so they just are swamped. They're trying to keep up with a minimal staff, and I can relate to that. That's got to be hard. So that's it. So I would say the floss situation is a little bit better, but not great. Okay, we did the giveaway as Miss Peepers. Oh, I'm gonna have to pause again and get the winner. I'll do that in a little bit. So my business topic today is, so one of the first things, maybe if you were panicked about having Cobweb Corner closed, is when I said I got an RV, you're like, what's going to happen when Carla's off on the RV and traveling around the country, and what's going to happen to Cobweb Corner? So I've been working from home since 2003 full-time, and I'm the only person. I'm a single employee, and I work out of my home. It's online only, and I've always taken about 5 weeks of vacation a year. Now I try to do it mostly around holidays and long weekends, and then maybe once a year we take a longer vacation. So for example, we just went to Spain in the end of February, the first week of March, around there, and we were gone for 10 days. We were gone for 8, but I kind of had the shop, quote, closed for 10. And what I've always done in the past is I put out a notice that will display on every page on the website that says shipping is suspended until such and such date. So let's say I was leaving on vacation tomorrow and was going to be gone for 10 days. I would have already a couple days ago said shipping will be suspended from June 4th through June 14th. Orders, you can place your order, but shipping won't happen until we get back. And then I usually provide a coupon for 10% off for having to wait. Now, that has worked really, really well in the past. And there are other places that I shop that are mom and pop shops that that happens when I'm shopping with them too. I have a couple places that always close for 2 weeks in March, kind of after the Christmas rush and everything. And when you're small and home-based business, it's just something you have to think of. I cannot afford an employee to come in and cover for me. And in the past, it just hasn't been a problem. So, people, of course, it's frustrating to have to wait. We are a little bit impatient with our needs sometimes, but there is a possibility now in the future that we'll be gone for longer than 10 days, that we might take a 2 or 3 week trip in the and pull in the trailer and visiting to see. I really hope that the very first weekend we go, we don't say, wow, we made a big mistake. If we're gone more than 10 days, 10 days is the most I've ever put that notice out. If we're gone longer than that, then I will probably, quote, close the store, and you'll be able to browse and add things to your cart, but not check out. Because one of the bad things is that as soon as you check out at Cobweb Corner's site, you are charged. So if you were to check out on day 1 of our vacation, your credit card or PayPal account's going to get charged, even though we don't ship for 10 more days. And I don't really like that. But that's the way the cart works. So a lot of people just wait. They know that I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be home on a certain date and shipping's going to resume. And they still take advantage of the 10% off by waiting until like 2 days before we get back. So, but I'll probably, if we're gone for longer, I'll probably do that where you can browse but not actually check out. I'm not going to close. My husband's like, well, if I retire, then you're going to retire too, right? I'm like, no, I love Cobweb Corner and I love what I'm doing, and my shop is really getting to be a lot more successful this year, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And even if you RV'd, 3 months out of the year, which would be a lot to me, then you're still home 9 months. So right now, nothing's going to change. We've got weeks before we go on any trips. We've got a lot of stuff we have to do. My husband is not retired. He has not announced he's going to retire. So but I wanted to talk for my business topic about what does a person who is the only employee in a home-based business do when you go on vacation. It's like some people don't take vacations, and I think vacation time and time for yourself is essential. And, not getting your cross-stitch supplies for 10 days is not the end of the world, unless, of course, it's right before Mania. And I think that the situation with COVID and running out of floss and shops being closed, that's kind of helped. That people just have to step back a little bit and understand that, hey, this is that person's life, and they need to have some time to themselves. And I know the vast majority of my customers are fine with it when I take time off. Do I lose business? Of course I do. I lose business, but I'm not gonna never go on vacation because I might, lose a sale. So anyway, that's the business topic for the day. I have a ton of new inventory to show you. Well, let's first I'll pause and I'll go and get the winner from last week's drawing. Okay, I'm back. I always forget something. The winner, so last week we were giving away the, also do this every time. I had given this away once, but the winner didn't get back to me. And also the winner for last video never got back to me. And, it's a little frustrating. If you don't think you're going to watch the next video to see if you won or not, then, if you enter, then try to follow up and see if you won. Because it's just hard to keep up with weeks worth of giveaways. So anyway, these are the It's So Emma charts, the Prim Village, and the cards, set of four tiny miniature patterns. And the winner for this is Luann Shearer, Scherer. So Luann, if you're watching, my email is in the more information down below, and you can email me and tell me you're the winner and give me your mailing address so I can get these out to you. So there. All right, new inventory. I have entered a ton of charts, and one of the things I need to make these videos more often so that I don't have so much to show every time. So I tried to pick out just some of the newer releases and some of my favorites. Brand new release from Faithworks Design is Shades of Summer, and it comes with 1 large star charm and 3 little tiny star charms. And see if we can get that in. So it's a little simple band sampler, and it just says Shades of Summer, and then it's got the little charms that are included. Then I got the new Bloom Chockful by Hands On Design. It's all released in 2020. This one I love. It's by Scattered Seed Samplers, and it's called Shelter from the Storm. And isn't that adorable? I really like that. It's so cute. Shelter from the Storm, and that's a new release. Scissortail Designs. I don't carry a lot of Scissortail, but this one really jumped out at me. It's a new release. It's called Summer Blooms, and you get 3 different designs, and they're all small, quick stitches. New by Erica Michaels. Actually, this is a reboot. She says this model, let's see. Where is it that I saw that? 20th anniversary reboot of Harvest Hannah. And this is Hannah's Garden. And it says, weeds are flowers too once you get to know them. Then we now have all 4 of the Secret Santa series so far. The 2 that I got in this last week are Merry and Bright and Silent Night with the question mark. And all of them call for this. Is called a holly ornament bead by Just Another Button Company. And most sites sell them in packs of 9. There will be 9 of these in the series, the Secret Santa series, and there's 4 released so far. And most of the shops either don't sell these at all, or they sell them in the packs of 9 for $27. And I think that's ridiculous because you may not want to stitch all 9 of these. So on our site, I bought the packs of 9 and separated them, and you can order just 1 bead per whatever designs you choose to get. And I think it adds $2.95 to the cost. And that's an option. You can buy them separately on your own. Just search for a holly ornament bead, or they're available to add on when you purchase the Secret Santa charts. New by Chessie and Me, Let My Examples Shine. I really, really like the delicate blue in the flowers. New by With Thy Needle and Thread, Coffee First. They have a lot of, Brenda Gervais has a lot of cute coffee, like I really need my coffee type of charts. Also by With Thy Needle and Thread, Spring Serenade. That's a 2020 chart. New by Silver Creek Samplers. These were released at market and I just got them in the shop. Winterful Friends. Wait, where? Oh, there's a couple more. I'll get to them. I'm not sure. This one's not new, but it's new to Cobweb Corner. It's Foxwood Crossings, and it's Stitcher in Residence, Quilter in Residence. New by Bendy Stitchy, released at market. And this is a collaboration with Janine McGowan, the Blue Flower. So each one of them did one of the designs. And this says, good ships and wood ships, ships that sail the sea. The best ships are friendships, may they always be. That's in stock now. And let's see, there's more Bendy Stitchy ones here. I've had the Bendy Stitchy ones for a while and I didn't get them entered. Hilda's Strawberry Patch. It's also new by Bendy Stitchy. Rolodex Morning Sampler. And it says, no grave can hold my body down. I'll crawl home to her. Whoops, sorry. You're Okay, I Guess, by Bendy Stitchy. That's a new one. And Literary Alice by Bendy Stitchy. Okay, more by Silver Creek Samplers. This is called Moonshine, and it says, "The moon said to me, do not wait to be whole, to let your light shine from the depths of your soul." And that is stitched on fabric flare multicolored night linen. Isn't that gorgeous linen? I'm going to have to get some of that in stock. It's really, really gorgeous. New by Prairie Schooler. Even though they retired, they've got a new Santa, 2020 Santa. That's in stock. New by Rosewood Manor, Anchors of the Kingdom. New by Hello from Liz Matthews is First Day of Christmas Sampler and Tree. So it's the same design, and you can stitch it and frame it, or you can make it into a tree. And I love this tree because it looks, you know, it's like the partridge is actually sitting in the tree. So isn't that cool? Finish like that. Really like that. Then there's this Twin Peak Primitives. Twin Peak Primitives has a new series called Hit the Road. And I've got 3 of them so far. Cow Express, and it says Moo Moo Tour. And Chicken Express, the Bok Bok Tour. And Flamingo Express, and it says Tampa Bay on the bus. So those are really cute. This is not a new release, but I love this. It's by Birds of a Feather. It's called Angel of Peace Christmas Stocking. Isn't that unique? That's so cool. Then an older design, also new to Cobweb Corner, the Pentagon. This is by Brittany Inspirations. It was still available through Hoffman, and I'm like, for $4, that's like total. I think I charged, I don't know, $4 for it on our site. Long May It Wave by Dutch Treat Design. And this one's really, really cool. This is called Read Between the Lines, a Bookmark Sampler. Let's see if this is, what year this was. This is from 2009 by Blue Ribbon Designs. So you can stitch this beautiful sampler, but then they also give instructions to make 4 different styles of bookmarks using the pattern. Isn't that neat? I just think that's so cool. Really like that. Alphabet Zoo by Blue Ribbon Designs. That's new to us, not a new release. This is really neat. It's A to Z with animals, but instead of just giving a single animal, there's 2 or 3 animals for each letter. New by Hands On Design, My Needle and Thread, May They Never Part. It's the key to unlock my Stitcher's heart. So it's my Stitcher's heart. That's a 2020 release. This is another one by Blue Ribbon Design that's not new, but I love this. It's called Poinsettias and Pines. And look at the different style of trees up here. And the poinsettias up there. I just think that's really cool. And it says, let's see, the smell of pine, the crackling fire, all the snow one could desire. Hot cocoa with marshmallows, cookies in the kitchen, treasure the gifts that winter has given. I just think that's really cool. I like that one a lot. Another not new, but I thought was fitting for summer is Precious Moments, Sweet Land of Liberty. And you get a lot of designs in that single book. Then, about 3 videos ago, I said I was going to pretty much get all of the core eBaddie core charts in stock. And I ordered them. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 dozen more. And they've been sitting in a box, so I finally got around to entering a bunch of them in. And I'm just going to pick some of my favorites. This one, I'm not a knitter, but I love this chart. It says 100%, it's called 100% Pure Love. and it says, "Love is knitting for you." And it's got the wife knitting a sweater for the husband. The deer has a sweater on. There are stockings hanging from the trees. There's a heart being with knitting needles up here. And then look at this. This little lamb is knitting. Isn't it cute? The little details that she puts into her designs are just amazing. And then there is, if you remember, I stitched Sunflowers Farm, and there's a whole series. There's a lavender farm, pumpkin farm, sunflowers farm, strawberries farm, and now I have apple farm. It's got red, yellow, and green apples. I love the little shape of the barn, and of course the apple tree. So that's new. That's part of that series. Let's see. Easter tree. Just do a couple more. Vacation in the country. And then they have seasonal garden. So sorry about that. My phone rang and it just completely stopped my video. So didn't think it would do that. Anyway, Cory has a series of called like spring garden, winter garden, summer garden, and autumn garden. And this is autumn garden. And this is summer garden. And she really does put a lot of detail into each one. The pattern of the vases is all different, and the colors match the color of the flowers. So they're really unique. I really like them. This one is, they also have an In Cups series, or she has an In Cups series. This is Christmas in Cups. Again, I love the whole cup series. I would like to do a couple of them. And all the cups have these really neat patterns, and then they have the Christmas flowers. Isn't that cool? I would love to stitch that one up. Let's see. Oh, here's another Merry and Bright by With Thy Needle and Thread, not a new one. Whoops. All right, I think that's about it. Oh, I got to show you this one. This one's really cute. This one's also by Cory, and it's called Santa Claus on the Pea, and it's the Christmas version of Princess and the Pea, and it's so cute. It's got Santa Claus on all the mattresses with the pea underneath, and then it has one of the reindeer on all the mattresses with the pea underneath. It's like so cute. So anyway, that's some of the inventory that we've gotten in. I hope you enjoy that. I think that's about it. I'm already like ready to go out and process this video out in my she shed. And I told a little neighbor girl came over the other day, and I don't know how she's going to start kindergarten this year. And she's like, "Oh, can I sleep in here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can come over and sleep anytime, you know." And I said, "You know, we need to make this a club, and we need to have a password that only girls can come in." And so her job was to figure out what the password is. And I think I'm going to have to call her and tell her that my husband's been coming into my she shed without a password, and that I need one pretty quick. So I'm like, no coming in the she shed, no boys allowed without a password. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great week. I will try to get back at this a little sooner and show you some more of the things that we got going on. We have a lot of new stuff. We also have some really cool new needle nannies in stock now. I've been selling a lot of needle nannies. So anyway, happy stitching everybody, and have a great week, and thanks for watching.